Let's talk today about Masterclass and whether or not it's worth it in 2025. Now, I originally answered this question back in 2018 on my author channel, specifically for writers, which is why I signed up for it back then, but I quit and I haven't gone back to it since. So I think this is a great time of year to answer that question because you might be thinking about a new hobby, a new career, or you possibly just want to learn something new or follow someone that you find famous because they do have a lot of celebrities on there. So let's answer the question of what is it? How much does it cost? Who are the competitors, specifically in terms of if you're a graphic designer or content creator? And then also, is it worth it or not? So first question, what is it? If you have never ever seen Masterclass, it is a curated set of content in different, I would say, pop culture areas from celebrities or near celebrities. So you have arts and entertainment, you have business, community and government, design style, food, music, science and tech. So you have some really famous people inside of here, but you also have some people that I would say are, I've never heard of, like dog training. I really thought they would have Cesar Millan, and not that this guy isn't great, but I don't know. Never heard of him. Same thing, Shay McGee, never heard of her. So that's why I say near celebrities, and that's Masterclass. And the difference between this and the competitors is everything is not only from someone famous, but it's curated in the terms of it was actually created in a high production studio, Hollywood quality video and sound. So not just like someone like me sitting at home recording on, a phone, a webcam or whatever. So you don't have to worry about anything not looking, I guess, cinematic when you go to any of these classes. So let's talk about price because the price for Masterclass has changed. Now, when I recorded this video originally in 2018, it was $180 for an annual pass, and then it was $90 per course if you wanted to buy a course and just have access to it forever. Since then, it is now much more affordable. It is $10 per month. You do have to pay for the whole year up front. However, they do allow you to do a 30-day trial. So that might be a good idea for you in case you're like on the fence or maybe there's just one class you want to watch. And this goes by device too. So this one, I don't have offline mode. That's the one that I chose. And even though it says one device, it just means one device at a time. So I can watch this on my computer. I can watch it on my iPad, on my phone. It doesn't matter as long as I'm not trying to watch it on two devices at the same time. Versus this could be more useful, one, if you travel a lot because it has offline mode, but also in case you are sharing this with a roommate, a significant other, or you're, I guess, going to share it with somebody across town or across state. Same thing with this. This is 6 devices. They can all be logged in at the same time. So that's pricing. Let's talk about some competitors who I recommend and who I definitely say stay away from. Skillshare is kind of the same. It offers you a month or 2 months free, and then you get all access to everything. I think they must do a really hard push for affiliate income. I don't think the instructors even make money. I think they just make money off who signs up to this platform, because anyone who's ever taught here does like a hard push to get you to sign up here. These are literally probably the worst quality classes I've ever had. I don't know why. A couple of them are okay, but I would say stay away from Skillshare. It's just like not that good of courses. Udemy is all over the board. Some of them are good, some of them are not so good. I'm actually on Udemy. Anybody can record and post up here. Udemy does have very low priced courses. So even, I'm sure this person, whoever they are, whatever they wanted to price their course at, Udemy was like, we don't care. We're going to price it all at like $9.99, $13.99. So I would say from that perspective, it's pretty affordable. Be careful where it says last updated. They could have just changed one word, and then the way the system works is it will tell you it was updated as of that date, which may or may not be the case in terms of the content. So that's Udemy. Like me, I have the sticker camp is inside of here. I tried charging $50 for it, but Udemy wants to just charge $10. So that's just kind of what they do. Now we have CreativeLive. So CreativeLive is you can either pay per class or pay for all access to their platform. And not all classes are included in that pass. So just be careful if there's something like you're really interested in. So this is a little bit like Masterclass in that the classes have to be filmed at something that's approved by CreativeLive. So it's not just somebody in their house. However, I found here the classes are not that good only because I didn't really learn anything. They were very surface level, kind of like watching a quick YouTube video, or better yet, they were like watching a webinar, because there were some people here where I thought I was going to learn something, but they weren't allowed to sell to me directly, but you could tell like they just were being very salesy and markety, and I just kind of wasted my time. So I would say stay away from CreativeLive. And honestly, a lot of the stuff is outdated. I don't know that they're actively adding anything recently. Domestika could be good. So the nice thing about Domestika is you get access to a ton of different instructors that are international, that are not based in the US. So they have things on, different Adobe products, drawing, people that are making a living at creating book covers or art, or something else like that. And for this particular one, you can buy either the course, or some courses, not all, are included in this thing called the Plus, and that gives you all access to everything. So I've bought a couple things from here, and they've been pretty good, and they actually do projects inside of each course where they'll go through and you can post work, and then the instructor will look at it and give you feedback. I don't know how long that will last. As you can see, it's in Spanish. So be careful too. A lot of things I purchased, I just stopped buying things from here, only because if I'm trying to follow you drawing on the screen and I have to read the subtitles at the same time, it's like too much for me to focus on, and I really wasn't able to get it. Some of the courses that they call bestsellers, they do auto dub in English. So that could be worth it for you, if there's something you're really dying to take, you could try that out too. So I think I forgot to mention Brit Co. Creative classes. I feel like they used to have Brit Co. classes. Yeah. So this has like fun things. I actually really like the classes on here. I don't know that I've actually learned anything like a new skill or any, but I find them entertaining. Like they're kind of like quick, easy, like for a 4-year-old kind of projects. I know not a 4-year, maybe like a 14-year-old or a 12-year-old. So that's like the nice part about it, is it's not overly technical. And these are just kind of like fun things to watch. It's basically like watching YouTube, with maybe just a little bit of extra in it. So those are all the competitors. My top choice is Brit & Company, just because I just like the layout, and it's like looking through a magazine kind of. What else? I said Udemy is great because it's just priced so low, and then the rest of them I would just forget about. So next is, let's go back to Masterclass, and is it worth it? And to answer that question, I think you need to look through the content and see if there's like even things that you would be interested, or people like you would like to hear from. So like certain areas you just don't even care, right? Like I could care less about learning how to be a better gambler, right? Betting strategies, poker strategy. I'm not here to gamble, but I'm not really into food. However, I was trying to make kimchi the other day with my mom, and seeing the Roy Choi video on that was very helpful, and getting the recipe and downloading that was great. So that's one. The second thing is course structure. So back in the old days, when they first came out, if you look here, writing, and this is specifically what I joined for back then, is this one has 23 lessons. This one has 19. This one has 19, 14, 18. So they're very structured and well thought out. So like if we go into James Patterson's, you can see, first of all, it will remember where you were, just like any of your streaming services. And then it goes into the plot, the research, how to write outlines, first lines, writing dialogue, like very logical, well thought out. And I like that. Since then, though, what they've done is now they just have a 1 hour, like I guess a true masterclass, where it is just an interview. So one, I definitely appreciate that Mindy Kaling was here, because I'm a huge fangirl. So I was excited to watch her, but it's just 1 hour of someone probably just asking her questions, her answering them, and then that's it. So that is a big shift, I think, from what they used to have. And maybe it's because the budget has changed, or they're getting people who are just short on time, or they think we're short on time in terms of watching, but that's been a different change. The other thing too is they used to have guides. So like the Roy Choi class had a guide. It has all of his recipes. And they did vary a lot in style. Walter Mosley had a 14-page guide. Dan Brown is 89 pages. Who else do we have? We have Aaron Sorkin. His is 52. It's mostly filled with lots of blank pages, but at least there was something, right? And those are totally gone. So guides are gone. The other thing too is sessions. So they kept bragging about how they had all these sessions. And so sessions, in theory, are kind of like the way the projects worked inside of Domestika, where you go in and you can follow along and, in theory, get feedback from peers, other people in the class, or maybe the instructor. The thing is, aside from Christina Aguilera, there's I've never heard of any of these people. Well, he's a YouTuber. But there's really not a lot of sessions in here. And so I guess I'm not sure if that's even if you had past sessions, I don't know, it'd be nice to see those, but it's mostly what I call the near celebrities that have the sessions. So we have session overview. What else? I'm not even sure what this is that I'm looking at, but this is Shay, whoever this person is. And this is the session, right? So there's a few, and the thing that's crazy too is you can't even find them. I had to Google search it because when you're on Masterclass, it's not listed anywhere. Even in the sitemap, it wasn't even listed in their sitemap. So I'm not sure if they're trying to hide it or they've discontinued it. But you'll notice too, where is it? They have this weird thing called TA over in the top corner, and it's really just a chat bot. So over here, and not all of the courses have it, just a few of them you can see over here on the left. And so if we go into the James Patterson chat bot, it said, have you always wanted to write a book? And they have pre-made answers. So let's go in the Kevin Hart. See, they have 2 answers that you can choose from. So you could say, sure, I'm interested in using humor. And what it does, though, is it will redirect you kind of like a knowledge center back to the classes. So, well, this one didn't. But the James Patterson one that I was on, here, it said, yes, I've had this idea for now. That was one of the pre-made answers I selected. And it says he covers these in Raw Ideas and Outlines Part 1. So this was, I think, kind of helpful. So if you ask it's a romance. So we could just write that and see what happens. And then the bot will come back and it will say, you should focus on creating characters and building a chapter. So was it awful? No, it's just I enjoy talking to AI bots. I don't know if that, it was a reason to buy Masterclass, but that's there. So that's kind of everything. I don't know. They just don't seem to be updating the website, I guess, as much as I had hoped. If you go to articles, you'll see they haven't done an update on articles since 2023. And also, I think they used to do lives. In fact, I don't even see a link for it down here anymore. But, here it is, Masterclass Live. And you can see they stopped doing it in 2020. So I don't think those are coming back anytime soon. But that is kind of all the different features that have changed since I reviewed Masterclass back in 2018. So is it worth it? I would say it depends. So if there is somebody you are dying to see, I was dying to see the Mindy Kaling interview, so I looked at it. If you've never used Masterclass before, sure, why not? Also, the price is pretty low. So I think for that reason too, it could be worth checking out at $10 per month. They do offer a 30-day trial. So in theory, because the classes are so short, if you're watching the Mindy Kaling one and it's an hour, and after, if you're watching it triple speed, which is how I watch things, then after 20 minutes, you're done. You've seen it. So probably within 30 days, you can watch all the things that you want to do, download all the guides you want, and then get out of there. So that is my recommendation. But as keeping that membership and holding it forever, I don't know. I guess if there were enough things in there or people that you were interested in hearing from, sure. But otherwise, I would say just get in there, do what you can during the 30-day trial, and then get out. So that was my recommendation for 2025. I hope everyone is having a wonderful start to their year and all of your graphic design and content creation dreams are coming true. And I will talk to you later.